Hello everyone, Seraphin here, and welcome back for more Pokemon Soul Silver. When I last left you guys, we were making our way through Route 35 and defeating all these silly picnicker people and circus performers. I guess the circus is in town. Here we have Fire Breather Walt. Wonderful. Magmar. Oh geez, alright. Well, that could be an issue. Let's take care of him before he does too much. Hopefully. He's only level 11, so I've got a decent shot at him here. And he's got Flame Body, so now I am burned. Have I mentioned how much I hate all these abilities that inflict status on you when you hit somebody? It's so obnoxious. And burning's actually really bad because it drops my attack value, too. Considerably, if I'm not mistaken. But thankfully, it's still good enough to take out this Magmar. No big deal there. And I'm hurt by my burn some more, because of course I am. Another Magmar, you say? Well, that one's level 16. It's a little bit more difficult to deal with, so why don't we switch into Slowpoke, who can handle being hit by fire, and retaliate with some water gunning, perhaps. Ember, yes. That does very little. Let's go ahead and water gun this sucker. I could put him to sleep with Yawn, actually, and water gun into my heart's content, really. Might not be a terrible idea, considering my water guns are not very effective because... Uh-oh. That's actually really bad. That's a Dark-type move, and I'm gonna die. Yep. And he critically hit with it, too. Okay, so that didn't work. What do we got here? Let's go ahead and send out... Ekans? Try to paralyze this guy, I suppose. Paralysis would not be a bad idea at this point, I don't think. Would you not... Man, he's got something for everything, doesn't he? Magmar is actually really good. I like Magmar quite a bit. Normally, I actually capture one for my playthroughs because he learns a lot of good stuff. I'm gonna bite this guy and hope I can flinch him or something. Don't burn me, please, with your stupid flame body. Alright, the flinching is working. Yep, still working. It's a dirty tactic, I understand that. Hey, a critical hit, nice. Bye. And no flame body. That's cool. Alright, we've defeated Fire Breather Walt. You scorched the tip of your nose. Okay. I understand. Nope. No thanks. Bye. They weren't particularly well liked. Well, whose fault is that, really? We're going to trudge into the wilderness here a little bit. Do I have a burn heal on me? I think I still do. I do, conveniently enough. We're going to use that. It's nice to just have this random stuff on you that you didn't even know you would need until later. So let's trek into the grass here. There is another person I wouldn't mind having a conversation with. An Abra, you say? There's not a lot of sense in trying to fight the thing, because it'll just teleport away, so let's see if we can YOLO ball it. Fast ball. What does this do? Catch fast Pokemon. Well, Abra's not that fast. Question mark? He's very fast, but honestly, the best way to get Abra is putting it to sleep first, but YOLO Ball sometimes works. Like that, for example. YOLO Ball. My favorite. You just throw a random Pokeball and it gets it first time. Don't take that as an example of it being a guaranteed thing, because it's not. Abra will break out very, very often, actually. I just got lucky there. The Psy Pokemon. Alright, bye, Abra. It was nice knowing you, pal. Again, I sadly am not able to use an Abra because I trained one before. Abra, Kadabra, and Alakazam are all amazing. I'll go anywhere if bug Pokemon appear there. Well, isn't that cool? This is Bugcatcher Wade, I believe. Arnie. Sorry, not Wade. Wade's the guy with the berries on the other route. Holy smokes, I totally blanked on that. A Venonat. Interesting. I like Venonat quite a bit, actually. Unfortunately for him, I have a flying-type move that wrecks bugs. With a lot of attack behind it. Oh, you jerkwad. Okay, with the poison then, I guess. Poison's fun. Poison's all sorts of great times. Let's just stab him in the face with my horn. 240. Please be 17. Yes, I think that'll be a fighting-type move. Please be a fighting-type move. Nope, still nothing yet. Alright, well, guess we'll have to wait till 18. Yeah, okay. He actually will tell me about a swarm that goes on in this route. So I want to have his number. Oh yeah, I gotta get an antidote out here. Nope, nope, not that one. This one's the antidote right here. Become unpoisoned, because poison is annoying to say the least. What's over here? Looks like an item of some description. A paralyze heal. That's cool, I guess. I'll take it. It's better than nothing. Better than a swift kick to the butt. Let's see what's down this way. More grass. We love grass. More drowsies. Level 14 drowsy. Holy smokes, alright. Now we're getting somewhere. We've actually got some decent level Pokemon to battle against to train up our team, which is good. Because Lord knows our team freaking needs it. Maybe Heracross, not so much right now, but again, I want to see if I can get my team to like level 20-ish before we take down the gym. Because that gym is not going to be fun. I believe I mentioned it's one of my least favorite gyms, and there's a couple of reasons for that. Most notably, the gym leader's primary Pokemon. Ooh, a Nidoran, sweet. Female Nidoran, specifically. So I guess Nidoran, male and female, were the first iteration of sexual dimorphism being a thing, but they had to specifically call them out as Nidoran male and Nidoran female. They couldn't just say Nidoran and expect which gender you'd get. And they have totally different evolutionary lines. So there is also that. But nowadays you have Pokemon that vary slightly in appearance based on their gender. Which is a nifty concept, I think. I believe I mentioned that already, but the more depth they can grant to this universe, the better, because it's already good at attracting people just based on the gameplay, but when you add neat little stuff like that, it doesn't sound like it's a big deal, but for me, I'm a sucker for that kind of stuff. Why, I couldn't honestly tell you, but would you stay in the ball? I'm going to switch out to Ekans and glare this thing real quick, I think. Apparently it does not want to stay captured. Oh yeah, I've got a fainted Slowpoke in my party, I forgot about that. Ekans. Sorry. Yes, I've watched the anime. I was never that big of a fan of it, really. I mean, when I was a kid I was, but nowadays I don't bother because it's just bad. It's like trying to watch the Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime when you used to play that game because it's not even remotely accurate to the actual card game itself. It is nowadays, I think, but again, I haven't watched it, so who knows. But back in the day, it was not even close to accurate. It's like, I summon Dark Magician. Like, wait a minute, no, you need 2 tributes for that. Sorry, but it doesn't work that way. Or, Blue Eyes White Dragon, that kind of a deal. Sorry, I'm going on a Yu-Gi-Oh! Spree now. I did used to play that game back in the day in high school. I had a few friends during, like, before school started, we'd hang out in the cafeteria and play, or during lunchtime. Believe it or not, Late Night Mega was one of the people I used to play that with, back when we were both in high school. I have known him that long. But he would routinely kick all of our butts because he just had better cards than the rest of us, and he actually was really good at building decks. And we all suck at it. The thing with Late Night Mega, if you've watched his channel, you understand he's actually an avid Magic the Gathering player. He does a lot of that on his channel too, I believe. But I had the fortunate opportunity to play that with him a few times and learn quite a bit from him, but he is absolutely incredible at those kind of games. Any competitive card game, he absolutely obliterates everybody at that I know of. Like, he even plays in tournaments and frequently wins, so don't play that game with him unless you're prepared to lose, because I've lost to him more times than I care to count. It is still fun, though. I like those kinds of games. I used to like Yu-Gi-Oh! Quite a bit. I still admit that I dabble in it every once in a while. Just I don't own any cards myself anymore, but there's a couple of decent Game Boy Advance titles or even DS titles for that game that are very much still fun to play. I think what is it called? It's like Ultimate Masters Championship 2006 or something. It's an old game now. It's 13 years old, but holy smokes, is that ever a great example of a good console-based card game. You have full deck customizability, and it has all the best sets available in it. And it's got like dual puzzles for you to solve, and it's just so good. Very, very fun game. So I do occasionally dabble in that when I'm bored and feel like playing that game again, but again, I don't have any of the actual physical cards anymore. The thing with card games is, here's the thing, I love card games. I love all sorts of card games. I still have my old Pokemon TCG cards from when I was a kid. I have all of them still, because, well, they're worth money now, probably, but I have a full complete set of the original base set and Jungle and Fossil. The first 3 sets that came out, I've got every single card for. And I'm a collector by nature too, so that's another aspect of it for me, but I just love card games. But the problem is, I'm not one of those people that bothers to take the time to put together the best competitive decks and wreck everybody, because I just don't care enough, honestly. I'm not a competitive person by nature. I mean, I like to win when I play games, but the enjoyment of the game is more important for me than actually winning most of the time. Like, even if I lose a game and I had a fun time, I'm not upset about it too much. I prefer that I win. Everybody does, I imagine, but I'm not hyper-competitive. I don't like competitive scenes for things. Like, I don't go to tournaments. I mean, I've done it before, but they're not very fun to me. It's just more stressful than anything else. And also because when you go to a competitive scene and you realize all these people that you're playing against that put way more time and effort and money into this game than you, and are just so much better at it than you, whether by actual skill or just from having better stuff than you, it's actually quite depressing. It's like, yeah, I love this game and I think I'm good at it, and then you get completely curb stomped by somebody who has just a better deck than you, and there's nothing you can do about it. So there's that aspect of it I'm not too keen on. I understand the appeal of it, certainly. I understand why people enjoy doing that competitively and testing their skills and their strengths against the people in a real-life situation, but that is not my appeal for those kinds of games. My appeal is just playing them to enjoy them. I do have some Magic the Gathering cards. I mostly just have, like, dual decks that I can bust out with my friends, and rather than having to worry about building a deck, we just sit down and play. Like, here's a deck pre-built, and we'll just fight each other. Oh, it's Saturday! So this direction here, I guess, is the Pokathlon that they're currently working on building, but it's not finished yet. It's a gimmick. I'm going to be honest with you guys. It's really boring. It's kind of like the equivalent of the contests system. I cannot take bug types. Okay, that's fine. Do what you got to do, pal. So we could enter in the bug catching contest. That does take some time, however, so... Well, it doesn't have to, I guess. I could enter in my Ekans for that as soon as I heal him up a little bit. That being said, though, we're going to come back to that another time, I think. We're just going to go over here and fight some more trainers real quick. We'll do the bug catching contest next time if you guys are really interested. I do like the bug catching contest a lot, don't get me wrong. It's actually very fun. We'll go through here and cut that bush down. And there's that guy has a Kadabra, and I don't want to deal with him right now, because he'll immediately wreck my day. So we're going to dodge him. You know what? Screw it. We'll do the bug catching contest. It might take a little longer than the 7 minutes I have left in this video, but that's fine. It's not that big of a deal. So we're going to go ahead and heal up Ekans. We're going to use him as my go-to guy because he's got a paralyzing move, which we want. And Poison also resists a lot of bug-type moves, so there's also that to consider. He's already first by party, right? Yep, so we're going to go ahead and save real quick beforehand. It's always important to do. So the bug catching contest is a neat little weekly event you can do in this game. It was also in the original Gold and Silver. You walk in to the park here, the national parks where we're going into, and you have 20 minutes to catch the most powerful bug-type Pokemon you can find. And the way that the Pokemon are judged, it says that they just find the strongest one you can find, and there's actually more to it than that. So there's a certain set of Pokemon you can catch during the bug catching contest. They're actually different than what you can normally find when you're just walking through the park when it's not the bug catching contest. You can actually catch things like Scyther and Pinsir and Beedrill and Butterfree and that kind of a deal. So you want to find the strongest one you can. Obviously, Scyther and Pinsir are worth the most points. However, I didn't realize this until fairly recently. The remaining HP of the Pokemon that you catch actually affects your score. So you have a Pokemon you can bring to weaken the Pokemon to capture to make them easier to catch, but you actually don't want to do that, believe it or not. What you want to do is just put the thing to sleep or paralyze it and then try to catch it at full health. Because if you can do that, you'll get full points for it. And you're wondering, why am I killing the Weedle already? Well, I wanted to get a little extra experience and to fully heal myself with my Shell Bell. So there we go. Level 17 Ekans now. He can learn Screech. That's better than Leer. It's a hell of a lot better than Leer. It's twice as good, actually. So we'll forget Leer for Screech. cool stuff. So you want to catch a powerful Pokemon. Scyther and Pinsir are the most valuable, I think, followed closely by Beedrill and Butterfree because they're fully evolved. The level of Pokemon obviously takes into account. The highest level you can find Pinsir and Scyther at are level 14, I think. You can actually find like level 18 Weedles and Caterpies, but even though they're high level, they're still Weedles and Caterpies, and they're not worth very much. So ideally, I want to try to capture a Scyther or a Pinsir. And I want to leave them at full health, so my goal is to find one. There's level 18 Caterpie right there. My goal is to find one and leave it at full health and just paralyze it and try to capture it that way. I could capture what did I say? I could capture Caterpie just for the sake of my Pokedex entry, but I don't really need to right now. And actually, what I can do is use my radio card, now that I have it, to turn on the Pokemon March music, and that makes Pokemon encounters more likely. And normally I'd be like, I don't want that, but right now when you're trying to find stuff, it's better. So why don't I go ahead and turn that on, just so you guys get a chance to see. The Sport Balls that I was given for the event, by the way, are about the equivalent of Great Balls in terms of their effectiveness. How does this work again? I totally forgot. Music, here we go. Oh no, that's the lullaby. I don't want that. Alright, whatever. Anyway, we're moving on. We're not gonna do that. I guess we'll play different music this time. I thought during Tuesday and Thursday it's the Pokemon March. So that makes Pokemon encounters more likely. So you have a bit easier time of capturing and encountering things. Not capturing necessarily. It doesn't increase your catch rate or anything, but it does make encounters more prevalent. So my goal here is to just try to find something reasonably decent to catch. I might just... If I find like a Venonat or something, I'll probably just grab that. Because Venonat's also very valuable too. I don't want a Caterpie though. Having to wait for this Intimidate animation every time is a little bit irritating if I'm going to be honest, but... Ekans is all I have, and I can't switch out for anything else because he's the only one I have with me right now. And that's a Weedle. All I've been finding so far is freaking Caterpies and Weedles. That's cool. Have I found anything else besides that so far? I don't think I have. No, not item. No! Crap! Alright, whatever, fine. That is not what I meant to do, but whatever. Now I've only got 19 Sport Balls. Cool! And I get String Shotted up the wazoo, my favorite. Alright, let's bail, because I'm not dealing with that anymore right now. We're gonna go in the denser tall grass, I guess, and see if we can find something better. There's a Beedrill. I think I can worry about... I think I'll grab that. Just to have something. And again, he's not going to have anything capable of doing a great deal of damage to me, so we'll just glare him up. Focus energy. Whoa. Have a glare. Now, normally I would bring something like Haunter in here, or Ghastly or Haunter, because they're immune to normal type moves. And they also have Hypnosis for sleep. So, Haunter, Ghastly, very, very good for the bug catching contest, because Sleep has a higher multiplier on the catch rate than Paralysis does. Paralysis will make things 1.5 times easier to catch. Sleep doubles it. Freezing does that too, but considering Freeze is a very rare and not very easily obtainable status condition to inflict, you're better off with Sleep, even though Sleep is only temporary. He's been fully paralyzed a couple of times, that's great. So you'll see I'm not trying to weaken the Beedrill, I want him at full health because the more health he has remaining at the end of the contest, the more points he's worth, and I would like to win. You do... Man, he's been paralyzed 3 times in a row, it's pretty awesome. You do get a better prize based on what place you come in the bug catching contest. First prize is a Sunstone, which is pretty valuable. There's only a couple things that can use a Sunstone. That's 4 times in a row he's been paralyzed, that's awesome. There's only 4 things that can be evolved with the Sunstone, but considering this is the only other way to get one, really, I think, they're nice to have. Alright, you need to stay in the ball. It's time to stay in the ball. And he can only focus energy once, so him doing that again is a big waste. The only other move he's going to have, though, is probably Twin Needle or Fury Attack or something. So, yeah, he's just kind of wasting his time here. I'm going to be honest, I might not be able to capture this thing. We'll have to wait and see, I guess. He's breaking out all my... If I run out of balls, the game is over, too. The event is over. You've got 20 real-time minutes to capture something, or if you run out of all 20 of your Sport Balls, then you're also just done. You can voluntarily quit at any time and retire and be judged immediately. So if I do capture this thing, I'll probably just retire right away. Just because I don't really have... I'm not going to have any balls left, really, but I'm also not going to waste the time to go looking for something better. Oh, right, he focused energy, now his critical hit rate's through the roof. Okay, crit every time, that's awesome. Yeah, my Ekans might just die here, too. That'll be really sad if that happens. Stay in the ball, dude! He's just a Beedrill, like, come on. Like, can you imagine trying to catch a Scyther like this? I can, because I've done it a few times. Scyther is obnoxiously hard to catch when you're not trying to weaken the thing. Because, as you might imagine, it doesn't stay in the Pokeball. It's just like trying to catch one in the old school Safari Zone when you didn't have the ability to weaken them at all. All you could do was throw rocks and bait at them and hope that it stayed in the freaking ball and then it would just run away anyway. I don't think I have very many of these left. I haven't been keeping track. This might just be a big old waste of time here. Come on. Come on. Yep, there we go. Got him. Sweet. Took long enough. Alright, so we got ourselves a Beedrill for free, which is cool. Yeah, and you know, you can actually catch more than one thing, but you only get to keep one of them. So you could, in theory, run through the bug catching contest and capture and get your Pokedex entries for, like, everything. But you'd only get to keep the last one that you catch. And that's the one that gets judged. I've got 6 balls left. I might as well see if I can find something better, just because. Probably not going to matter, but now that I've got the Beedrill, I can at least have a decent shot at winning with that. It's level 14. It has all of its HP left. It's a decently high-scoring Pokemon, so... Kakuna's not going to be any better, unfortunately, as you might imagine, because it's weaker than its Beedrill self, because it's slower evolution. Yeah, you get it. Anyway. If I find a Pinsir or a Scyther, that'd be cool, but I'm not going to hold my breath. There's another Beedrill that I don't need because it's lower level, and I don't care. Mine is better. Also, my Ekans, I just realized, has been taking a hit or two, so I don't want to stay out too long. What? The Beedrill is faster than my Ekans? Are you kidding me? Give me a break. Beedrill's not even that fast, is he? I guess Ekans really isn't that fast either, but Paris, I already have you. Don't need you at all. Paris is not very high scoring either, so don't care. Let's go into the dense grass like I said I was going to do. I generally have better luck in the denser grass up here. Yes, this park is shaped like a Pokeball. Hey, a Scyther! Don't mind if I do. Intimidate's a great thing to use against that because its attack is really high. Let's go ahead and glare it. First things first. So if he ends up fainting my Ekans, that's not a big deal. I've still got my Beedrill in the wings and I still get to keep that, so... I wouldn't mind capturing a Scyther, though. Sadly, again, can't train it because I've already used it. I love Scyther. It's one of my favorites. Arguably second only to Arcanine. Because I love me some Arcanine. He's going to kill me in one more pursuit, so this might be over one way or the other. It'd be really funny if I caught the dang thing, though, just the second ball. It's not going to happen, but it'd be cool. What? What? No way! Alright. I mean, I'll take it. That's awesome. Alright, we get a Scyther on the second Pokeball at full health. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and trade that out, because I think Scyther scores better than that. He's got fewer hit points, I just realized. He's a lower level. But it's still a Scyther. So yeah, we're gonna be done. We're gonna go ahead and walk in here and be ready to be judged. Do you want to finish now? Yes. Let's be judged. Aha, here we go. We've chosen the winners. Third is Bugcatcher Josh. Got a writhing Metapod. Woo! 298 points. That's pretty good. Second is Bugcatcher Don, who caught a wriggling Scyther. Writhing, wriggling, what is first place? The bug catching contest winner is me, who caught a whopping Scyther. Not a wriggling one, a whopping Scyther. Awesome. Oh, I barely won that, too. Holy smokes. Barely won that. First place winner. I get a Sunstone. Yay. Sweet. First bug catching contest outing, and I grabbed the Sunstone. Awesome. And a free Scyther. I will not nickname it. That's fine. I can't use it anyway, so. Alright, so that was cool. We did the bug catching contest, and I won, and I got a Scyther. Awesome. Great day. That being said, we are going to continue the rest of our playthrough of this next time. So thank you for joining me for the National Park Bug Catching Contest. We're going to move on to do some more trainer battles and then head back to Goldenrod to potentially take down the gym, depending on how my team looks. We'll see. I might do a little grinding off screen. I don't know yet. We'll come to that bridge when we cross it, or vice versa. What did I just say? We will cross that bridge when we come to it. That's what I meant to say. Anyway, thanks for joining me to this point. Really do appreciate it, and I'll see you guys next time. So until then, this has been Seraphin. Stay classy, internets.